Wonderful. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining me here this evening. A little bit about me. I've been in the network marketing industry now for 31 years full time. I owned an advertising agency prior to that for 16 years. Never thought that I'd ever be in network marketing. I really thought it was an industry that was really for people that couldn't figure out how to make a real living. So I didn't have a real high belief or opinion of what the industry was all about. But I got kidnapped in 1987, took over to a meeting that my buddy took me over to, Gary, and had it not been for that meeting, I would have missed $15 million. I would have missed a lot of other things that have taken place in my life. I built teams of over 400,000 people in 2 different companies, and I've made a tremendous amount of money. But more importantly, I've made a lot of friends, right? I've made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of friends all around the world. And I was kind of semi-retired until June of 2018, and I'll tell you more about that as we move on. But it's kind of interesting how things change, right? And so like I said, hey, I'm glad that you made it here. Whatever caused you to stop by and take a look, you were meant to get this information at this particular point in time. My message is all about you. Perhaps maybe a new direction for you. We're going to explore some options that maybe you didn't know were available to you. Different ways of making money, which I'm sure might interest you. And my goal is really to give you a roadmap, kind of a plan, to a life that could be more fulfilling, more exciting, more fun, where you make a lot more money, where you have a lot more free time. So if that's something that you're interested in exploring, then stick around. We've got a lot of things to cover. Maybe a business where you can be your own boss. So like I said, you were meant to get this information. So just hang out. Something amazing is about to happen. So I got to ask you a few questions though before I get started. I always do this. Are you sick and tired? Are you sick and tired? And you can just add the ... to that. Are you sick and tired of that life-sucking job that you have? Are you sick and tired of where you live? Are you sick and tired of the car you drive? Are you sick and tired of not going on vacation? Are you sick and tired of not having enough money? Not having enough free time? All those things that you and I were sick and tired of. And then, what do you really want? What do you deserve out of life? Whatever you want and deserve, you're going to get. So if you're ready for a change, then like I said, stick around. We've got a lot of things to cover. But the first thing that has to happen is you've got to make a decision. You've got to decide that you want things to change in your life. When you do that, nothing and no one will keep you from reaching your goal. The rest of it, the ABCs, the step 1, step 2, step 3s, that's all the simple stuff. We cover that all the time. And I like to kind of, preface this by saying that, what you're about to see is kind of like a franchise. It's like buying a franchise without the big upfront franchise fee and without the, horrendous monthly percentage of gross that most franchisors request of their franchisees. So, if you're sick and tired, you want something else to do, then, we've got something to talk about. People worldwide have got 2 major challenges. They have more than that, but I'm going to talk about 2 of them because I decided that that's the 2 I want to talk about, right? Not enough free time and not enough money. You get more money, you get a lot more free time. You have a lot more options available to you. And so, those are 2 challenges that I tried to solve in my life 31 years ago, and I succeeded because I got drugged into network marketing. Had I not have been, like I said, had I not have been kidnapped and brought to that meeting in 1987, I would never have gone down this road, not in a million years. But what I found in that meeting was I found a lot of people that didn't look particularly smart. that were making more money monthly than I was making annually. So being the astute business person that I am, I paid very close attention. I took real good notes, right? And because I couldn't hardly believe it. I go, can you believe that that guy is making that kind of money? You know, and that was what I talked about all night long. So what we're going to talk about is a company called Valentus, and I'm going to tell you all about them here in just a little bit. But, you know, guys, it's all about choices. You know, the act of choosing a selection, you know, your options. Everything in your life is a reflection of your choice that you've made, good or bad. If you want different results, you've got to make a different choice. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results. Just won't happen. So you got to be able and willing to go down another path. One of the things that I discovered when I started putting this little presentation together, I said, why are people so disgruntled about their job? Then I ran into this Gallup poll, right? You know, since 2000, Gallup has been polling millions of employees in nearly 200 countries. And here's what they found, that 85%, somewhere, you know, 85 and sometimes more, people hate their jobs. You know, in the U.S. market, it's a little bit lower. It's 70%. So 7 out of 10 people hate their life-sucking job because they do just enough work so that they don't get fired, and their boss pays them just enough money so that they don't quit. And so they're just kind of biding time, complaining all the time. I know you know the drill. You probably got a lot of friends that fall into that category, or you've met a lot of people that fall into that category. You know, and this is why we're doing so well, is because of these statistics, right? Because people want to change, and we're the ones that are taking this message to all of those people. So, you know, what we were taught just is not, it's just gone, right? You know, I was taught, get a good education, get a good job, stay there for 40 years, and retire, you know, happily forever after, right? What they forgot to tell me was that I couldn't retire on 40% of what I was making, and I'm going to have to work until I die. They forgot, they left that little part, out. What I want to do, you know, if you're here in this job that you really don't like, you're not making enough money, you don't have enough free time, so what are your choices? What are your choices? And, you know, I just say choose wisely. We only have one life to live, and it's very short sometimes. You know, what do? Do you go find a new job? Probably not. You know, if it didn't work the first time, probably won't work the second or the third or the fourth time that you try to do it. Maybe you buy a franchise. Maybe you got an extra, you know, 250 grand sitting around in a bank, and you're able to go buy a franchise and work for the next 7 years to pay that debt back and, you know, finally break even. Oh, that's one option. You know, maybe you start a traditional business, you know, a pizza parlor, a restaurant, a car wash, or something that is very labor intensive. So you've got to constantly be, you know, getting, you know, kids to go to work and come to work. Number one, you got to get them to come to work, you know, and you know, maybe you just do nothing. Maybe you just suck it up and you say, hey, I'm just meant to be miserable and not get paid what I'm worth. And I'm just going to stay in my life-sucking job and until I get that gold watch. Or maybe you start to investigate something out of the box, right, called network marketing. And I hope that you do. Like I said, I never thought that I would, but I'm sure glad that I did. Here's something that I wanted to make sure that you got a piece of here. 79 million people, you know, that 85% of the people that hate their jobs, those 79 million people are going to start a home-based business in the next 5 years. And you're going to be wanting to get in front of them, right, and tell them the story that I'm telling you. So, and that's not me, that's Forbes magazine telling you that. So, you know, you can pretty well take that to the bank. You know, and here's some statistics about the home-based business industry. I mean, it's phenomenal, right? 70% of Americans would prefer to be self-employed. Yeah, probably those same 70% that hate their job, right? $427 billion per year industry. is made, the income made by home-based businesses. So, you know, it's a huge trend. Now, when I got started in 1987, it wasn't that way. You know, there were very few companies, there were very few opportunities, and there was no trend. We were way ahead of that curve. And, you know, all of my friends laughed at me, ridiculed me. My wife thought it was the biggest joke that she had ever heard in her life, that I wanted to sell our advertising agency that I had worked 16 years on and go into the network marketing industry. I mean, she was hysterical. Anyway, you know, here's why I think everybody should consider network marketing. Low startup cost, you know, number one. You know, you can own your own business, great tax benefits, but you get to become your own boss, right? Very little downside risk, unlimited personal growth potential. We're going to teach you how to grow personally as your business grows, you know, first locally and then internationally, globally, right? We discovered, and I certainly am victim to this, I work harder for myself than I would for somebody else. I mean, it's just human nature, right? I'm working for myself. The income potential is off the chart, and you're going to see that here in a second. The key, right, and the key is to find the right company at the right time, and it really is all about timing. It's about finding that, you know, company with the right products, the right management, with all the right ingredients that have all come together at the right time. And here's why network marketing works. Two things, basically. One is residual income. People buying products over and over and over again, right? You do the work once, you make the sale, you know, they love the product, they buy it, and then they continue to buy it month after month, week after week, year after year, and they continue to buy the product, and you continue to get paid, right? And so that's one of the ingredients. The other ingredients is leverage. It's not you by yourself earning 100% of your income. It's you and the team that you will build in this industry. Now, that was one of the things that was hard for me to grasp. So I'm going to explain it to you, you know, as easy as I can. One of the things that got me was that, hey, they said, we're going to teach you how to make money even while you sleep. I said, I'm in, you know, show me how to do that. And that's exactly what they did. Leverage, the ability to influence a system or an environment in a way that multiplies the outcome of your efforts without a corresponding increase in the consumption of more resources, like more time, more money, you know, all of those things, more resources. I always explain it kind of like this because everybody understands real estate agents. And so, you know, let's pretend that you're a real estate agent. Maybe you are. You sell nothing, you earn nothing, no leverage. 100% of your income is from 100% of your efforts. No effort, no income, right? A broker, however, who has set up an office for 100 agents, those 100 agents come in, work 8 hours a day. That's 800 hours. That broker just leveraged his or her 8-hour day into 800 hours by providing an opportunity for those 100 agents. Now, the broker is going to earn a small percentage off of all of those agents. So, you know, some of those agents will sell something, the broker will get paid. And we all know the drill. But most brokers create their own competition. Their best people go out, and then what do? They become a broker, they start their own office, and they go, oh my gosh. And that has just, you know, proliferated all over the place. Now there's some network marketing real estate companies out there because they saw our model. Our model in network marketing is build a team and you get massive leverage. You don't have the overhead of having to furnish offices and all of those things that that broker has to do. You enroll 10 people, you get $5. Let's say that they're making a $100 purchase every month and you're getting 20%, right? You're getting $5. Well, $5 on 10 people is $50. You're not gonna, you know, go off and retire on that. But as those 10 go and get their 10, right? You're now getting paid on $105. You're getting paid $500. And you can see the progression here, right? if you can teach a group of people, if you can teach people how to build a group of 10 people, you can build a group of 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 or more. That's always been my philosophy from the very, very beginning. I learned it from somebody that was a lot smarter than I was. And so I just copied what they did. It was successful for them, so I decided I would do exactly the same thing. You enroll, you help those 10,000 people enroll 10. You work with the willing. Now you got 100,000 people. You're making $5 each, right? 500 grand. Now you're talking about some serious monthly income. And there's people in Valentus that are already doing that. So here's what happens. 100,000 hours, 100,000 people, 3 hours a day. That's 300,000 hours that were just spent, creating income. That's about 35 years. So you just leveraged, right? You just leveraged your day into 35 years. And that's, just kind of out there. So here's a question I ask people all the time, and it really is simple. It's a very simple question. And, if you knew that a $600 investment and 3 hours a day part-time effort over the next 1 to 3 years could create a 5, 6, or perhaps even a 7-figure massive passive income, would you commit the time and the resources necessary to make the plan work? Very simple. Would you commit the time and the resources to make the plan work? So that's the question I ask. I just sit back after I ask that question, and it really is a yes or no question, right? So you're looking for a yes or no. You're looking for a yes or no answer. A maybe or a perhaps or I'll try, or those kind of answers just aren't what we're looking for, right? We're looking for something definitive, something that is, yes, I can do that. Yes, that's all it's going to take. Now, here's the problem. The problem is that most people relate what they have to pay for something to the value of that particular product, service, or whatever, right? So they say, it's only $600. It can't be that valuable, right? Hey, that's all I paid, and that's all John paid, and you're going to see the kind of incomes that have been created out of that. So, this massive passive income plan that I talk about all the time is just like a franchise. Like I said, it gives you a track to run on. It's a proven model that provides all the training, all the support, if you're willing to accept and follow instructions. Now, nobody's going to be looking over your shoulder. This is a volunteer army, basically. And, you become your own boss, your own CEO. And if you do it, great. If you don't do it, that's your loss. It's our loss, really. We can supply all the motivation. We can furnish all the systems, all the back offices, and all the landing pages, and all the videos, and all those things. We can create some amazing products like we already have and more, and we can supply all the support for you. You've got to supply the contacts, the people that we don't know, the people and you have to supply the effort. So very, very simple. I love this word inevitable, right? Certain to happen, unavoidable, so frequently experienced or seen that it is completely predictable. And that's what the income is in this industry if you do things correctly. And I'm going to show you that in a second. One of the things that you'll have to have in order to make this business succeed is a burning desire. You're going to have to be on fire, right? You're going to have to be passionate about what it is we're doing, because folks, we're helping people around the globe. We're giving them hope. We're giving them, prosperity. We're giving them what they don't have in their life. And, I've seen lots of people, the transformations that have taken place have just been amazing. So here's Valentus. This is the original building, 12,000 square foot building that Dave bought. Dave started the company in 2014. Dave and I have been friends for about 8 years. He called me in May of 2018 and he said, Chuck, we've got the most amazing weight loss coffee. You won't believe the results people are getting from this stuff. It's just crazy. And I said, Dave, I said, I'm not interested in building another team, but because I'm the fattest that I'd ever been in my life, I was 215 pounds with a 40-inch waist, right? I said, I'll try some of that coffee. What have I got to lose, right? Probably won't work for me, but I'll go ahead and buy some just because you called me. I listened to the call. Now, I listened to that call, and it's recorded. I've got it if anybody ever wants to hear it. You know, what happened on that call was that I found that it was amazing. You know, it was absolutely amazing. The results that people were getting in a very short period of time were something I had never heard of before. So I paid very close attention again, right? Company started in 2014, debt-free. See, when I got that coffee, I started drinking 2 cups of coffee every morning, just like I've always done. And I lost 9 pounds the first week. That got my attention. I paid very close attention for the rest of the 3 weeks, and I lost 18 pounds for the month. That got me so excited. I called Dave up and I said, Dave, I just bought an airplane ticket to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I'm coming up to visit with you for a couple of days. He said, come on. So I did, and spent 2.5 days with Dave looking at everything, doing a forensic investigation of Valentus and whether or not I wanted to, you know, make the transition from what I was doing, which was consulting, into building another team. I had hoped I wasn't going to find what I found, but I did. And obviously, I'm here building another team. Best opportunity I've seen in my 30-year career. You know, what I found was a debt-free company, millions of dollars in the bank, you know, at that time, about 85 million in sales, global sales, now over 125 million. A company that had a seamless global compensation plan, which means we could refer people anywhere on the planet that they lived. We could also ship them product, right, anywhere on the planet. The first international office was just being opened in the Philippines, now our #1 market. And you know, I love the guy. I mean, Dave is he's one of my superheroes. He is a phenomenal guy. He was made for this, you know, venture. Him and his wife, Joyce, I mean, they're just fantastic people. And I could go on and on and on with the accolades of Dave Jordan, one of 14 children that knows what hard work is all about. I mean, he's the first guy ready to go to work and the last guy, you know, that's ready to leave work. So, I mean, you know, that's the kind of CEO all of us want. So this is the exciting part. Now, pay close attention here because you're not going to see this hard in any other company, and it's all about timing. I told you that, you know, what I was looking for were some signs, right? I had made millions of dollars in the industry, not because I was so good, but it was because I caught a couple of companies at the right time, at the right place, with the right products, and everything exploded. And as a result of that, I made lots and lots and lots of money. Well, again, you know, making sure that I understood what was happening, I looked at Valentus exactly the same way. You know, they weren't a startup, so we were past that death spiral that startup companies go through. The first 2 years, 98% of them go out of business, so you don't want to do that. If you catch a company in this concentration stage, it's like a concentration camp, right? I mean, they just are still, you know, not knowing exactly what they're doing. They're just thankful that they survived the startup phase. You've got to catch a company right here, right in this circle. And that usually, that upward trend called momentum, which is kind of like a mirage to most companies. A lot of companies talk about it. Most companies never see real momentum. They never see $3 or $4 million a month. That's kind of the starting phase of it. And then they really get into some vertical growth at 10, 11, 12 million a month and on. Now, what's very peculiar and special about Valentus is that we're doing that in 3 markets around the globe all at the same time: North America, Europe, and Asia. Each one of those markets is doing between 4 and 5 million. So they're right here, right? They're right here. And, you know, that's exactly where you want to be. So whether you're in Asia, whether in Europe, whether you're in North America, you're catching the company at the right time. Now, when those markets, you know, move on up to, you know, 10, 11, 12 million a month each, then those markets will go into massive growth. So now is the perfect time. Let me talk to you about the products. We got over 20 products, and I could spend an hour talking about the products, but I want you to go to valentusproducts.com, valentusproducts.com, and go and take a look at everything for yourself. There are some amazing, amazing products. This is the Slim Roast Optimum Coffee that I got introduced to in May of 2018. Now we've got an Optimum Cocoa product, which is absolutely phenomenal. I just got a text from someone up in Utah today that she said her husband just lost, and I wanted to make sure that I got this right. I mean, the weight was like off the chart. I think it was 52 pounds that she said her husband has lost since, boy, I want to make sure I got this right. Krill, there. Oh, 42 pounds. 42 pounds in 7 weeks. 42 pounds in 7 weeks drinking this cocoa product. Who would have ever thought you could lose weight drinking hot chocolate? Not until Valentus, you know, and that's what's happening, folks. People are making money, products are getting results, and as those stories continue to come in, the momentum continues to build. I also want you to go to our Facebook page. This little website will take you, redirect right to our Facebook page, and it's fbtestimonials.info, fbtestimonials.info. Go take a look at everything, and it's just absolutely crazy. Now we've got some amazing products. The 24/7 car burner product, the Max product is the canine product for dogs, the energy, the trim products, this more detox product, and there's lots more. So go over there and take a look at everything. Let's talk about getting started. There's a one-time activation fee of 20 bucks. No annual fee, 20 bucks to get started. Then you buy inventory, right? Now there's a lesser inventory package and a larger inventory package. I don't really talk about those two things because I like people to focus on this Ruby business pack because it maximizes the payout of the compensation plan, and it also gives a person enough samples so that they can get started, because this is a sampling business, right? This is, had I not have gotten some product, had I not have lost 9 pounds, I wouldn't be here. So that's what's happened with everybody. I send out product, I talk to people on the phone, and I ask them to try our product because it's amazing. People are getting, you know, phenomenal results. So it's $600 for that product inventory and $160 a month following your initial order. So I tell them that this is it. Now here's the other part of it, right? You can earn up to $100,000 a week, and that's not a typo, 100 grand a week just from the dual team bonus. Not going to go into a big training. We've got all of those that we do on Saturdays and Sundays, but a legacy bonus that pays $100 to infinity, which is crazy. A global enrollment bonus pool that you could participate in, and a matching bonus. It's got all the components, the best components that any compensation plan has ever had, all in one plan, and the plan pays out every week, every Friday. Money is direct deposited to my account, and or if you're internationally, it is direct deposited right to our Visa, prepaid Visa card. So I always like to show people this because it really is the 1 year plan, and the 1 year plan is all about, you know, doing the minimum amount of work, right? Minimum amount of work. So I say, what if you sponsored, you came in with the business builder pack, that Ruby package, $600, and you sponsored one person a month, and you taught them to do exactly the same thing, and you did that for a year. Now, everybody says to me, I ask them that question, can you find one person a month, every month for the next 12 months, and teach them to do exactly the same thing? Everybody says, yes, of course, one person a month, that's a cinch. I can do that. So, you know, so that's how that conversation starts. So, you know, what happens is, let me get this, we've got a little bit of noise in the background. What happens, your first 6 months, you're not you know, setting the world on fire. You're just doing the basics, right? You're going through finding one person every month, helping them do exactly the same thing. After 6 months, your team is now a whole 63 people. You got a little bit of leverage, right? You got 63 other people, you know, working on your behalf, on your team. You've done a little bit of volume. You get a little bit of dual team bonus. You get some legacy bonus. You get some fast start commissions, and you've made $700 for being in the business 6 months. But don't worry, it's going to get a whole lot better, and it gets better very quickly after this. If you can survive the first 6 months, if you don't get depressed, right, and if you don't lose confidence in everything, what happens in the next 6 months is kind of mind-boggling, right? You go from 63 people to over 4,000 people, and you go from $700 to, you double up your commission, you double up, you double up, you double up, you double up, and you double up, right? And more than double up. And now this is in a perfect world, right? This is just hypothetical, you know, that this is how the compensation plan, our plan, would pay out if those parts were all, you know, working cohesively, right? No more people, nobody quit, everybody just buying their, you know, 100 BV business volume and product every month, and that's how it goes. So, you know, it's a very, very simple business that you can get to whatever income you want to get to, and that's what I want to show you next. This is a chart that's put out by the company, and what they do is they put down, you know, what the qualifications are and what the average monthly income is for people at that particular rank. So at Diamond, I'll go to Diamond rank, you know, that's, you've got to have a pretty, not a significant organization, but you started to do something, right? And you started to produce 15,000 in volume on one leg and 15,000 in volume on the other leg, and you're making between $3,000 and $6,000 a month. Now that kind of income could certainly change a lot of things in your life. I mean, change a lot of things. The next income level is double diamond, 7,500 to 12. Triple diamond, 15,000 to 30,000. Blue diamond, 33,000. Now there's other ranks. There's royal diamond and black diamond and crown and, you know, crown ambassador and so on and so forth. There is obscene income to be made here if you're willing to put in the time and the effort. And that's what I didn't understand about this. Look at these smiling faces. These smiling faces are all here because these people are making money and they're enjoying it, right? This is reported in Business for Home magazine, and you can go to businessforhome.org and you can see exactly what I'm showing you. John Herenza, $500,000 a month. You know, nice neighborhood to be in, right? Rick, he's way over 110,000. I think he's like 160,000 a month now. Jen, never been in the industry of network marketing. She was a nurse. That's her there. was a nurse in Bakersfield, California. Guess what? She's no longer a nurse. She quit that job, and you know, now she's making $100,000 a month. Dr. Chi making way over 65,000. These are old numbers. There's the good doctor, you know, still practicing medicine, but he does it on his time schedule, on his time, you know, when he wants to. And Karen Ford, myself, and there's more. There's now about 20 people on this list. And folks, we're going to have hundreds of people that will be put on this list. And here's what I thought, and I'm hoping that you think the same way that I do. If they can do it, I can do it. If these people can do it, you can do it. Right? So that's what I thought when I saw this industry back in 1987. I said, are you kidding me? If those people can do it, I know I can do it. So why not? Why not me? Why not you? You know, I wanted to give you our business opportunity, our conference calls, our webinar, our Zoom schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at noon we do a Russian. Thursday, and then Saturday Mitch does a training. Sunday I do a training. The company does a call Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and did one today. So, you know, on Tuesday and Thursday, definitely listen to the company calls. Always great. And you know, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. East Coast time, Mitch will do a Zoom presentation. There's the code number, 570-415-070. I want to make sure that if you decide to join, by all means, get a few people and say, hey, let me invite you over to a live video conference and take a look at what's going on. I hope I didn't go past that. Yeah, okay. I want to, you know, if not Valentus, then what? You know, what's your choices? You know, if not now, when are you ever going to do anything? You know, I want to thank you for your time and attention. And, you know, if you join us, make sure that you introduce yourself at the next event. Is going to be May in Las Vegas, Nevada. Make sure that you come up and you introduce yourself to me. I'm not going to play this, which I always do. I love Les, and because I've got something else that I wanted to play, but I don't know where it is now, and that's not good. Anyway, nope, I'm not gonna search for it. Anyway, we'll do it on Wednesday night. So with that, guys, I want to thank you for joining me here this evening. I always upload this to my YouTube channel, and so if you weren't able to catch it, you're catching it on YouTube. Good, congratulations. If you're brand new to network marketing, I can't believe that you found a company like Valentus that you could join as your very first company. If you have made some errors in network marketing in the past and haven't done as well as you had hoped to do, then congratulations, you found the right company at the right time. So get started, don't waste any time. And if you're a pro, you know, if you're somebody that's looking for a home, maybe you just want to do it one more time. If you've got that energy left, then by all means, you know, reach out and get back with the person that invited you to look at this information, because it will be life-changing for you, for me, and for millions of other people around the globe. So with that, God bless everybody. Thanks for joining me here today, tonight, whenever, and I'll see you on Wednesday, same place, same time, and I'll have that little video that I want to show you. Good night, everybody.